Well, I'm gonna go through this in order of kind of like what you're gonna want to do in a comp setting. So like, say a game, you're just starting a pug or you're on a team or something, and a competitive match is starting. The first thing you're gonna want to do is look at the scoreboard and see what classes the enemy offense is using, because you want to know, like if they're in a jug, they're like different classes will take different routes to stand. If they're an infiltrator, they're probably just going to go straight through mid and be invisible, and it's kind of hard to sniff them out, but do it if you can catch them early. But if they're a jug, sometimes they're going to want to get on the high hills if there are any, like Katabatic. They like to set up on the hills. And it's also just to know which loadout you need to use, because sometimes you might want to use a shotgun or something if there's a lot of heavies or raiders. And when you're pushing out to meet the offense as they come in, or I'm sorry, and what you need to do is you need to push out and meet offense as they're coming in. So like as soon as it starts, the best thing, or the first thing I like to do is try and get a spot on anybody coming in and just go meet them as soon as possible. And you try and get the kill if you can, but the biggest thing you want to do is delay them so that they can't hit the stand all at the same time, and the rest of your defense will stay up, and their whole offense won't be there to clear at the same time and get their capper out. Anybody feel free to jump in and add anything or ask any questions. Finger, you got anything right now?
No, that's a good start. Keep it simple.
I can chime in. Playing offense, what I usually try and do on offense is avoid the LD. So a lot of times what you'll be looking for is people trying to avoid you.
Yes.
As an offense, I don't like LD. I like to hit the stand because the LD doesn't concern me. If he's off looking for me, then that's what I want. I want him to be off the stand. So if you're off the stand, you better be killing someone. If you're not killing someone, you're not doing anything. So just being off the stand and not doing anything is pointless.
Yeah, that's a very good point he just brought up.
Something.
LD is all about being effective all the time, maximizing your effectiveness. So like, if you're not killing someone, then you need to be looking around getting spots. Either looking out left to right on the map, looking for a capper on route, or looking for the offense as they come in. And like, basically the first thing you see, if it's capper, meet him if you can, but if you can't, just call him out. And then keep looking for offense, and just make sure you keep tabs on the capper. Let's see.
I'm gonna say something about regarding as a capper. A capper would probably give attention to defense, focus off or focus sniper, depending on what's taking them down. If you're really being a nuisance, you're going to have to fight to survive, because offense will probably be focusing on you. And also, route camping can be very effective, but you want to be aware that if you are route camping, you are really confined to one side of the map, and a team can just run double cappers on cross routes to counter that. And even though it does put less pressure on your sniper, because you pretty much have your sniper look left, you look right, or vice versa, whatever. So it's some things to consider about where you position yourself.
I'll get to camping. I'll get to route camping in a minute.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Yeah, let's just take this one topic at a time, because otherwise it'll be overwhelming. And I do have this outlined. I'll send it out to everyone after this is over.
Yeah, I'm preparing an outline for the camping workshop tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
You inspired me, man.
So the last part of stand defense that I wanted to get to was cocking the flag stand, or cocking the flag on the stand. So like if the capper's coming in, and he's like 5 out or so, you're going to want to try and do whatever you can to stop him. And the most effective thing I find, and someone else might disagree, there's just various things you can do. You can just bolt on stand, but the thing I find most effective is just throwing a nitron right in front of the flag as they're grabbing. And this is something that takes a lot of practice and timing, but the more you play, the easier it gets. And when you do that, here, Kiga, are you still on the other team?
Yeah.
Alright, can you run
You guys should practice conking me. I'm just running routes.
Yeah. Alright, so
you might want to make sure they know the does everyone know what conking means?
Oh yeah, do you all know what that means? I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that.
No idea.
You got a good idea.
Conking is when you throw a nitron at someone who has the flag, and it basically conks it out of her hand. The flag goes loose.
Yeah, so it's knocking the flag loose with the impact nitrons. Is that clear to everyone?
Yeah, so I guess you'd rather have quick draw. when
Yes,
people do that,
yes.
right?
Oh, that's another advantage of quick draw is that your you throw your nitrons much faster. It makes conking a lot easier, and it's better. That's why I love having it around stand. So everyone kind of get around stand. Don't overcrowd it, but just get on the stand here. Kiga, are you running around right now?
I'm about
I'm
less
on
than
as well.
15.
All right, obviously, Kiga's not going to tell us when he's coming in, but for the purpose of this, we know he's coming in. He's 15 now. What side?
I'm coming from your left.
All right, so
Coming in now.
I'm positioned left.
We got another Capper 15 left.
Someone got him. I didn't get him, but
I was simulating a sniper.
so that's the basics. See,
Just some call.
so I'm sure you all like can kind of see what just happened right there. Kiga came in, and he didn't really take any damage. He got out with full speed,
Oh my
or
God.
mostly.
I warp.
But he didn't have the flag, so it doesn't even matter that he had all that speed. It doesn't matter that he's alive. You got the stop, and he has to set up again, and so does the offense. Now, they might run double cappers sometimes, more than one capper, so you got to be aware of that. Oh, and I don't have this outline, so I'll go and get on this. When the flag's off the stand, you don't have to return it immediately. Sometimes it's smart to shoot the flag somewhere where it's hard to re-grab, because it's got that 40-second timer on it. So just make sure that you make it as hard to grab as possible. Sometimes you want to return it, but not always.
You might want
Just
to
be
talk
careful
about.
of a re-grab.
Yeah, you might want to talk about the benefits of different kinds of stops you can make on stand.
I mean, you go ahead and talk about that. I'm not exactly sure what you
Yeah.
mean, so just go ahead.
Okay, so the benefits of conking on stand as opposed to a body block. Now, when you conk the stand, like on this map, when Kiga came in, the flag flew with the same momentum he had out the side. Now, basically, what happens in that is that it puts it out in the field, and if they're double capping, first of all, it makes it much more difficult for the second capper to be able to pick it up, especially if you're alive, to be able to shoot it around and make it hard for him to make a field grab. Field grab is when you pick it up en route when it's not on the stand. A body block is the best kind of stop you can make when you need the flag to stay home. If your team, for instance, just grab the flag and your capper's coming home, you don't want your flag to fly out the side and delay that cap from happening for the next 10-15 seconds. That gives them time to get to your side of the map and make a return. You want to get that home as quickly as possible, so you're going to want to go for a body block / midair. Anything to keep the flag on the stand.
Yeah, because you want to get that cap as soon as
To
possible.
be in the field, like
Yep.
if it, especially on this map, the offense is going to be at the top of the hill, and they can easily slide down and gain some speed quickly, and grab a flag from the middle of the field if you get the conk, and get home with it really quickly. So sometimes it's nice to hold the flag in the field, but generally you're going to want to try to return it as quickly as possible.
Yes.
So yeah, on this map, for instance, it's exactly what Kiga just said. If you're running against a double a conk is by far your best stop because we're only running 2 offense with that generally, assuming they're running 3D, and so there's only 2 people capable of picking up that flag. And if you and the rest of your defense is fragging reasonably well, you should be able to keep that at home. But against a single cap, if that flag gets out and those 3 offense are organized, they may be able to pick it up and just take it down the hill. It's not hard to just get momentum and make it over to their side of the field. So
Does anybody have any questions so far?
is there anything is anyone confused?
Or like any glaring questions that someone
Should
has?
they really focus on spotting, or should they try and leave that to the sniper?
It's situational. I mean, like if you've got a good sniper who's really good at spotting, then you don't have to put as much focus in it. If you've got someone who's just kind of okay, then yeah, you want to look for spots, but you really want to put most of your time into fragging offense. The only time you're looking for spots is when you're not fighting. But I mean, as like what I was saying earlier, always look for spots. It doesn't matter if it's offense, doesn't matter if it's defense. Just be looking for people.
Everyone
You're going to
on the
be
team
busy
is
the entire
responsible for
game.
that.
That's why I love LD. You always have something to do, except on like certain maps like Blue Shift. It's a little different, but I'll get into that later. Just know that everything is situational, and you might not play every map the same way as what we're telling you, but we're trying to teach you as much as we can so you can be prepared for that.
So, do we want thrust or energy recharge?
You'll always want thrust pack. You want to get as much, because
The utility from thrust is just too much to give up for
Yeah.
anything else.
exactly, like you need to gain as much speed as possible, because we haven't even touched chasing yet, and it's an essential